Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to Anna Bendy, or welcome if you're new to the channel. Let's start our routine with the pyramid good mornings. We're gonna have our feet spread out wider than our shoulders. Feet are pointed towards the same direction, they're pointed to the front. And I'm bending the front knee and then hinging my hips back, trying to lean forward and create that stretch in the back hip flexor, back hamstring, and calf, and also the front of my hip flexor as well. We're going to go for 10 repetitions, and then on that last one, we're going to reach down towards the floor, having both of our knees as straight as possible, still maintaining those feet pointed forward, our spine straight. We're trying to arch our back, making sure our hips are square and our hip bones are pointed down towards the floor. Both of them, we're not tipping over one side or the other, keeping our shoulder blades squeezed. And go ahead and bring it up and switch sides. We're gonna go for 10 of the pyramid good mornings on the other side now. Take your time. Feel free to hold on to the wall or a chair for the balance. Maintain that proper stance with feet are pointed forward. Front knee is slightly bent, and we're hinging our hips back, arching our lower back when we're reaching down. And make sure your chest stays open. We're going for 10 repetitions. We got 3 more seconds. And then we're going to reach down towards the floor. Hands are reaching as low as you can, strengthening both of our knees, keeping them as straight as possible, while still hinging those hips, arching that lower back. Hold it for 20 total, 20 seconds total. We got 10 more to go. Make sure you're breathing. Bring your belly button down to your thigh. And go ahead and bring yourselves up into a wide stance for our sumo squat. We're going to perform some twists. We're pressing our hands on top of our quads, a little bit higher than your kneecap, and we're internally rotating each shoulder at a time, performing a twist and stretching our lower back, and also pushing our knees away from each other to feel the stretch in our inner thighs. We're gonna go for 20 total side-to-side twists. Take your time, make sure you're exhaling and twisting deeper and deeper. Beautiful. After that, we're going to reach over our head. Feet are nice and wide. Make sure you're looking under that armpit. Your straight arm is going straight ahead of you, reaching up to the side. Make sure you're not shifting your hips. Your hips are straight aligned. You're not kind of sitting into one hip too much. You're perfectly straight in alignment. From there, we're going to twist. Chest going down towards the floor, arm is straight in front of us. If this feels like too much, feel free to rest that straight arm down, or you can place it on your hip. We're gonna hold it for 4 more seconds. And go ahead and bring it down nose to your foot, making sure both of our knees are as straight as possible, but your lower back is not rounded. Try to make it straight, trying to arch and hinge those hips back. Feel the stretch in your hamstring, maybe in your oblique. Go ahead and bring it up and switch sides. Bring your other arm up and over your head. Make sure you're not shifting your hips. Your hips are sitting directly in the center. You're looking right under your armpit. Taking deep breath in and exhale. We got 10 more seconds. Beautiful. On that exhale, turn, face the side, arm goes straight in front of you, or if you need to modify, place it on your hip. Both knees are straight. We're doing our best to arch our back, using our strength of the back muscles to pull our shoulder blades and our upper back back. Beautiful. Reach down, nose to the knee. Hands go down towards your foot. Both knees are straight, spine is straight. And we're feeling deep stretch in our hamstrings, inner calves. Beautiful. Next one is our skier. We're going to have our knees slightly bent. Both feet are planted to the floor. I'm opening up my chest while my knees are still bent, and then I'm letting my upper body be heavy and collapse down to the floor. Feel free to bring your nose all the way down to the floor, kind of relax your head as well. And then we're bringing our upper body up towards the sky and then coming back down, combining the strength and the flexibility of our hamstrings. We're going for 10 repetitions total here. Good. On that last one, feel free to fall all the way in, fold as much as you can, keeping both knees slightly bent. We're letting our head, our neck, our shoulders being heavy, and we're letting the gravity take over and pull us down, kind of lengthening our spine. Hold it for 5 more seconds here. Beautiful. Straighten those legs. Do your best to perform that forward fold with the same straight spine, but strengthening our knees a little bit more. Keeping that straight line down from our hip to our ankle. Make sure you're breathing. And let's come forward into our downward dog position with one leg elevated. Our goal is to not how high our leg can go, but how well we can push our chest down towards the floor while maintaining that stretch of the leg. You should feel the stretch in your hamstring, in your quad, in your calf, combining the strength and flexibility of that upper leg where the hip flexor and the glute have to work together. Bring it down and come down into our world's greatest stretch. Our front knee is aligned with our ankle. Your knee, your back knee is elevated, and my shoulder is aligned with my front wrist. And I'm performing that nice twist of the lower back, trying to open up my chest while still engaging my quad, feeling the stretch in my back leg hip flexor. Beautiful. We're going to come down into a low lunge where my back knee is down on the floor now, and I'm performing more of a straighter spine position. The more I lean forward, the more you won't feel it in your hip flexor of the back leg, and that's our goal. Maintain the front knee aligned with our front ankle. Let those hips be heavy. Let them come down as low as you can. Keep your core engaged. Do not let your lower back take over and compensate. Beautiful. Let's bring our arms on one side of that leg. Come down to your forearms if you feel comfortable. If not, feel free to stay on the extended arms. Otherwise, we're letting our hips sink even deeper. To make it a little bit easier, let your bent knee come out to the side, diagonal a little bit more. If you want to make it more challenging, keep that front knee facing the front. And let ourselves come out of that stretch. We're going to twist into our Cossack squat, where now my bent leg is the same leg as I had bent for my lunge. It's facing diagonally along with that bottom foot. My other foot is pointed up. My foot is flexed. Try not to hyperextend your knee where it feels like too much pressure in the joint. Keep your spine neutral. Try tuck your hips a little bit more in. Next one is our hamstring stretch. I'm pulling my hips back. My front foot will be flexed. Feel free to slightly bend your front knee if you need to modify. You should feel a deep stretch in your hamstring, in your quad. Trying to reach your belly button to the floor, not your nose. Your spine should not be rounded. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and switch sides and start it all over on the other side, starting with our downward dog leg lift. We're pressing through our palms, letting our chest come down to the floor, pressing through the bottom foot. Making sure it's not about how high your leg is, it's how well we can combine that strength of the glute and the hamstring of the back leg and that flexibility of the bottom hamstring and your calf. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring it down and come down into your world's greatest stretch, where the opposite arm from the bent leg is twisted and is pointed up towards the sky. Our back knee is off the ground. We're flexing our quad, squeezing it so that that knee can be uplifted. Our front knee is aligned with our ankle, and we're holding and breathing through that stretch. Beautiful. We're going to transition down into our low lunge for that other side. Make sure your front knee is aligned with your front ankle. We're having our hands on our hips, or you feel free to use yoga blocks if you need to. Your back knee is planted down. Our hips are squared. Hip bones are facing the same direction, and we're letting our hips be heavy. Let them come down to the floor as low as possible. Keep your core engaged. Do not let your lower back take over. Nice, let's go ahead and go down to our forearms. Transition, have your forearms down to the floor. If you need to modify this, have your arms extended. Back knee is still down. Our front knee is aligned with our ankle. And we're letting our hips come down. Take a deep exhale. Hold it for 10 more seconds. And we're pushing our hips back nice and gently, flexing our front foot, doing our best to keep the front leg as straight as possible, reaching down through our belly button, squeezing our shoulder blades, making sure our spine is neutral and our hips are still square. Do not let yourself tilt to one side or the other. And we're going to transition into our Cossack squat, where my bent knee is now facing diagonal along with the same foot. The other leg is straight and my foot is flexed. My spine is straight and I'm doing my best to maintain that back neutral, tucking my pelvis in a little bit to feel even deeper stretch in my inner thighs. Hold it for 9 more seconds. Last but not least, our cobra stretch. Let's press gently through our palms, keeping our belly button on the floor along with your hips. Our goal is to engage our upper back, not just the lower back. Trying to squeeze your shoulder blades back together, lower down your shoulders. Do not let them come up to your ears. Keep on holding before we transition into some neck circles. Just gently roll your head side to side, whatever feels good for your traps, for your neck. Keep on engaging your core and pressing through your hands. Hold for 5 more seconds and we'll be done. I'm so proud of you for showing up today and stretching with me, and I'm so grateful for each and every one. I'm so excited to have this community that I do with people who are flexible, stretchy, and who are trying to get even more flexible. I hope this video was helpful. If so, please give this video a like, comment, really helps out me and helps out the channel. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new routines. Follow me on Instagram for more tips, mindfulness, insights, all of the good stuff I share over there. If you want more from Anna Benti, you can check out my description. I have newsletter, I have waitlist for my course, I have my Patreon, I have all that stuff down there. I'll link it down below, and I cannot wait to catch you in the next video.